Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stared at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be drunk.
Internet Dracofunk here, and welcome back to my Reusable Space program. And we are starting off a new chapter for still in Season 3, but we are embarking on our first space tourism mission. And this is the SSTO. It is its maiden flight, and we are testing it fully crewed and full of passengers, which probably isn't the smartest idea and isn't how it would really go. And I have not actually tested out this SSTO. Normally when I design an SSTO, I was like doing math and stuff, and I didn't do that. And also, I realized I didn't set up all the action groups, and I thought I had the engine set to automatically switch modes, and I didn't. And that has caused a bit of a problem. Something just exploded. That's probably okay. And I'm also having a weird issue. See all those pop-up screens? I can't make them go away. All those tabs are there. And also, I'm not suddenly able to bank to the right. I can only bank left. Even pressing E makes me bank to the left. I'm so busy trying to deal with that, I haven't realized that one of the engines is... Okay. Yeah, some of the engines were on the wrong mode, and because of all this, I am now out of fuel, and I'm now very much not happy that I have tested out this space tourism craft fully loaded with passengers. I hope this doesn't kill the space tourism industry. I'm gonna need to try and soft land on the water. Flare. Okay, I'm gonna slow the footage down. This is normal speed. I am having control issues. I can't fix the banking, and oh no. Oh. Okay. So, that didn't go quite as well as I could have hoped, but I did not lose any Kerbals. I did not lose any Kerbals. I'm not sure why all of that happened, but the good news is I still did not lose any Kerbals. I just did not go to space. So let's go back to the spaceplane hangar, and let's just put this on the mode, and check and make sure all my surfaces are controlling the way they should. I don't need that controller roll or the yaw, just the pitch. Just control the roll. Okay. The other one should just control the pitch. Just control the pitch. Just control the yaw. Okay. This... That's two pilots. let's switch the pilots because we want to use different pilots this time. Danlong and Tedbury. Not that the last pilots did bad. They might, maybe they need some therapy. They did just crash, and even though we didn't lose anybody, this might just be a good idea to, let's try something new. Okay. So far, I seem to have more control. Okay, that's a good sign. I have no explanation for why I had any control problems with the last attempt. The only thing I've actually changed on here are the pilots, and I added the engine mode toggle to an action group. Okay. So far, doing okay. I'm fairly confident now I will make it to space, and I'm fairly certain I will also make it into orbit. I have no reasonable explanation for why the last flight failed so hard. Okay, and we are in a stable orbit. I have extra fuel, enough to do even, some minor maneuvering, not a whole bunch. I still have around 500 Delta V. Test out the docking port there. And that is because eventually I want this SSTO to be able to dock to like a ferry ship that I can place in orbit. Okay, it's been a while since I landed an SSTO from orbit. And let's see. I know you want to put your periapsis in the ocean to the east of the KSC, which is what I did. However, I don't think I did it far enough into the ocean. And I do have some fuel. So I should be able to, fly a little bit of distance. All right. Just trying to bleed off some speed, although maybe I shouldn't. I am unfortunately much lower than I would like to be for where I'm flying over. I am going to have a slightly difficult time getting to the KSC. And I probably should be thinking about, I really should land here, but at some point in time, I decided I can still fly all the way over the ocean and make it to the KSC. And right here, I'm like, you know what? I should just fly way up, and maybe I can make it to the KSC. So here we are. There's the mountains. Now, had I been smart, I would try and get as much altitude as possible. But I didn't do that. And I'm starting to realize I do not have enough altitude and or speed. And now I am out of fuel. And I can see the KSC, but I can also see that I'm totally not going to make it there. Okay. Let's do this in real time. So here's the other problem. I have not made it down into the flats, and this part of Kerbal is not, it kind of sloping the wrong direction, and I'm coming right towards it, and I don't have, I'm losing lift. I'm really coming, okay. That was, so, the SSTO works. If I was a better pilot this time, I wouldn't have had any problems. So all I have to do is next time fly better. Like, you've seen me, land SSTOs back at the Space Center. I've done it several times in, previous seasons. I just could not do it today. So, yeah. Anyway, let's continue the space tourism, and we need, if the SSTO is going to go up and take people to orbit, eventually, some of them may want to do longer stints in orbit than what the SSTO can provide. So it's time to have something up there for them, for those people. Ditching those strap-on boosters. So we have Marley and Isafrey. Isafrey previously flew the SSTO, and this is, I don't want to call this like a cruise ship. This is more like a ferry. And I forgot to disable the crossfeed, but that's okay. Anyway, this is more like a space ferry that can rendezvous with the SSTO and take tourists on a longer journey that will have enough Delta V to get to the moon and or Minmus and back. And remember the last episode with Space Truck 9, where I didn't do a very good job of getting it into orbit? I have repeated that same mistake. So, yeah, that's what it looks like from the cockpit. They're, not the greatest. The good news is I'm again going up. I'm going to make it into orbit. I have plenty of Delta V to fix this, and it's fine. It's going to be fine. I just wish I had done better. The whole lesson that you should learn from this space tourism is that it would go much better if I just had been a better pilot. So, yeah. I'm easily in a stable orbit. And yeah, rename this Tourist Ferry number 1. Because I plan on launching more, and I think we need to do a mission where a group of space tourists goes up in the SSTO, rendezvous with the ferry, and goes on a cruise. However, before we do that, we are going to need to get this craft refueled, and the space tourism industry doesn't have its own fuel depot right now, so it's either going to have to go to Enterprise Station or the truck stop, and I don't know which would be more appropriate. And that's something I'm going to have to think about, because the next mission is, before we can do any of those cruises, will be to get this craft refueled. But before we do that, there's another mission I actually meant to do before this, and I have done it out of order. Not really. Actually, I thought about releasing it before this episode, and I recorded it after I recorded this episode. So I think I'm going to keep it in the order I recorded it, even though I thought about doing it differently. So this is Space Tourism Episode 1. Next episode will be a special one-time episode with an announcement. But hey, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that other stuff, and I'll see you again next time.